All right, welcome to the Late Night Ops Not Live Radio Hour podcast number 12. This is the change up a camera view operations. This is the get used to not looking, because at first I had it set up on the up higher and it looked like a fucking security camera. Like I was spying on myself. But yeah, uh, I opted around. I woke up and I'm like, hey, let's opt into a different setting for 2021. And I'm like, hey, I gotta I gotta probably get used to the Christmas lights anyway. So yeah, I unplugged one and then just stopped working. That's the whole thing about fucking uh chain, whatever they call them, chain lights, whatever that would be. Uh, hey, I want to give a big old shout out to the police, the Columbus police. You know why? Guess what they did today? They killed another guy. And hey, conveniently, I'll admit sometimes I do a video and I forget to press record. But I don't usually do murderings. But yeah, the police killed another guy, and conveniently, his body camera didn't come on till after. And you could say, "Oh, I forgot, man." Well, guess what? You're pulling up on a fucking call, so no matter what, you should be turning your thing on. And they shouldn't have they shouldn't have control over that. That seems obvious. They have control over when they turn the thing on. It should just be on always. Cause it's like, hey, so yeah, we had like a we had like a lapse in like 15 minutes of footage. And what did you do in that time, buddy? Well, okay, so yeah, they say this is a Columbus thing, and this is making world news. So it's pretty crazy because we're all in the news because of the Casey Goodson Jr. thing. And what do you know? About a week later, it's gone silent. Nothing really changes. That's the thing is. Nothing ever really changes. Sure, people walk in the fucking street and say stuff, and it doesn't do anything. Cause guess what? They're in charge. The fucking police gang is in charge, whether we like it or not. And yeah, I mean, this is whoa, this is really not my place to say anything like this. But let's just address the fact here. Yes, obviously police are killing people, right? But violence within the own communities of people killing each other, that's got to stop too. We can't sit here and act like, "Oh, why are the police killing people?" It's like, "Well, guys, you're fucking killing each other because your fucking cousin grew up on a another block over there and you're like, "Okay, well, I'm going to die." It's like Jay-Z saying, uh it's like, "Don't what does he say? He's like, don't lose it over your neighborhood that your mama renting." Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's gotta be solved first. Because you can't sit there and preach like, they're killing us when you're killing each other. But yeah, I mean, that's just the thing that gets swept under the rug more. It's like, well, guys, you gotta come together too. Because, like, yeah, police are just fucking popping motherfuckers off, saying, hey, today's a good day for you to fucking die. And they're just like, hey, you know, I just don't get how they're not like, all right, it's almost Christmas. Let's not let's not kill a guy for no reason. It might be kind of nice. He might want to be there for Christmas, but because of a cop, the guy's like, "Hey, you're not gonna go anywhere for fucking Christmas." Yeah, I mean, you want to know how to legally kill somebody? Be a cop. That's pretty much how you do it. Or just go to one of the areas where they're too afraid to fucking go to because it's so bad. I don't know. It's really a lose-lose situation, but yeah, they say that so a Columbus guy calls a Columbus resident calls the police saying there's a car started sitting outside, stalling. It is suspicious activity, so they go check it out. The guy that called it in remains anonymous. He says he was calling to have them check out a vehicle that was suspicious that was on, and I think that's a good reason. Have a cop come up, look in there, see what's going on. But according to him, they told him, "Hey, go back into your place," and then shots fired. So they're like, "Hey, guy, I know that this doesn't need to escalate to this, but go in your house and let me fucking pop this guy off." Apparently, there's video afterwards, and it shows the guy with the camera. Cause hey, you gotta start. Yeah, yeah, he had a camera in his hand. I wonder what happened to that footage. Probably, probably deleted right after. The cop like, hey, did that guy just record me murdering him? Well, we should probably cop that fucking memory card. But yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I'm white. I live in a kind of area where that don't happen. But yeah, I mean, if I was black and in the wrong area, I could easily just be going to fucking get some, just like the guy. I could go have a normal day, go to the dentist and get a fucking sub, and then get shot. But yeah, I mean, that just leaves people scared to death. I mean, they say put your hands up, but if you do that, see, yeah, I always don't know. Even I don't know how to act with police. Even I feel like what the fuck over it. Because let me tell you, 99. Look, I'm not a guy. I'm not a guy that's trying to do nothing wrong. I'm not doing nothing, and yeah, I get pulled over all the time for fucking stupid stuff. Sure, they're like, hey, is that sticker we made up that you have to have there? And I'm like, guy, yeah. I mean, it don't have the right date on it, but what's it to you? They're like, hey, we're gonna make this a big deal. Show me your license. The worst thing is when you get pulled over and you don't have all your fucking registration, you don't have your things all in order, and you gotta go digging around. And I even told a cop one time after he pulled over me, I'm like, hey, well, I was having a good day, but and they just don't help. I mean, I get it, they're fucking bored around here. They're like, hey, is a fucking middle schooler smoking weed under a fucking bench? Is a guy going 36 and a 35? Because there's nothing going on around here. And I'm thankful that we live in a nice area like that, but it's also like, guy, if you don't got nothing to do, then that's great. That's your fucking, that means you're doing good. Just fucking post up and sit the fuck back and wait for something to happen. Because it's the complete opposite here. There'll be cops and not going to go to bad areas because cops not wanting to go to bad areas because they're afraid, and I don't blame them. They know that they're fucking the public enemy number one there, but what do you expect? I mean, they're both hating each other on both sides, and it's just like, I mean, it's hard to feel safe. But yeah, I mean, this fucking trigger happy police force, they're just sitting on there talking about, uh, oh yeah, we got a new diverse, uh, cadet. We got a black woman, we got a fucking Indian guy, we got a fucking Latino guy, and 4 black guys. It's like, all right, that's great and all, but are they gonna are they gonna kill innocent people? Because I don't care what the fuck color you are. I don't care what the fuck you are. If you're a good cop, you're a good cop. And I look at all these cops around here, and they don't really seem. Yeah, they just clearly don't have anything going on, and it's not really their fault. But if I was a cop, I would want to go to an actual city and actually do some work. Maybe actually do some like public help instead of just sitting at fucking parks and off ramps trying to get a guy who's just going to fucking work or going to fucking Wendy's or whatever. And it's like, all right, do you feel good about what you're doing, guy? Do you feel good about it? And yeah, it's just like, all right, so one tragedy after the other. School shootings, mall shootings, shootings everywhere. Then coronavirus. Or no. It was the shootings everywhere, and then it was police shootings everywhere, and now it's the virus, and now the virus is getting the vaccine and stuff, and now they're like, hey, police are back to killing everybody. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, holy fuck. Everything going on in the world, you think the least thing you want to fucking worry about is getting popped off by a police officer. And sure, if you're doing something wrong, then, you get what you get. Even those people that like pull out knives or like charge at cops or like charge especially with a gun, then you are, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think it's right to be killing people, but if you even pull out a knife at a cop, then I'm sorry, but what do you expect? It's not right for them to kill you, really? I don't know. I'm a I'm a fucking taser and leg shot kind of guy. Arm shot. But that's the thing. Maybe they're not maybe they're not that good at aiming. I know on like GTA or like Red Dead Redemption or whatever, like it's kind of hard. You just kind of shoot, and sometimes it ends up wrongly. So I'll give them that, but they should have gone through their shooting course and be precise with it. But yeah, I mean, if you come at a cop, especially today, with something like that, then you pretty much just get what you should expect, even though it's not right. But that's the thing; it's not always the case like that. A lot of times, it's just somebody unarmed getting killed. That's when it's fucked up. And yeah, I mean, even the fucking knife guys and the gun guys, they don't really. Maybe the gun guys should be killed. Cause damn, if I was I try to look at it both ways. If I was a cop and I'm scared and I know I'm in an area where people hate me, and it's kind of their fault anyway, but if I know I'm in that type of area, I'm gonna be on edge too. Cause fuck, if I was them, I'd be scared too. But it's also like you gotta come looking at it from both sides. You're scared that they're gonna pop you off. Well, they're scared that they're gonna pop them off. Like, and it should never, ever, ever feel like that. It should feel like, this is what I think. You know how when a cop passes you, or you see a cop or whatever, and you like get tense, you're like, all right, 10 and 2, fucking be, or like you see a cop walking down the street, and you just wanna like, be like, all right, act natural. Just trying to, like, you feel weird, even if you're not doing nothing wrong, because you just know that they have they have that over you. Like, they can pretty much do whatever they want, which is not right. The feeling you should get when you see a cop is, whew, the boys in fucking blue. If any shit pops off, the fucking boys in blue are here. But it don't feel like that. You should see a cop and fucking wipe your brow like, damn, thank God. But it's not like that here in America. Maybe other places, but it's really not like that here. We're the kill everything police force, and you know, it's sad, it's despicable, but everything is I don't know. It's like it's like a cop thinking, hey, how can I make 2020 even fucking worse for people? Hey, how about I kill your son for Christmas? So yeah, I mean, it's just fucking weird, but you know, I hope the best. I hope that I hope that the right people can be accounted for what they've done, and I hope that justice is served in a lot of ways. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's the hole in their case is, guys, you gotta stop. And I know I'm not the person to be saying this shit, but it's like you gotta stop with the gang stuff too. Cause how you gonna sit there and be like, hey, when you're fucking killing each other? So yeah, I mean, it's fucked up, but you know. Hey, I seen a thing saying that Dwayne Haskins, the QB for Washington, the Washington football team, when the fuck are they gonna name them something? I hope it's something cool. The Washington. I don't know. What's the thing exclusive to Washington? How about call them the Washington Rain? Nah, that sounds boring. I don't know. The Washington team, football team. So they got pictures of Dwayne Haskins in the club with no mask. All right, first of all, that's not probably the place to be right now. But I can't say I don't blame him for wanting to have fun. He's like, hey, my football team, we don't even got a fucking name. It's a fucking pandemic season. Let's go to the fucking strip club, no mask. Because, I mean, that'd just be weird seeing a stripper with a mask. Like, hey, your tits are out, you're shaking your ass, but hey, cover your fucking mouth. They need about 3 masks, which, but, but yeah, I mean, I don't blame him for wanting to have fun, but I mean, at a certain age, I, I, I can't deny that. Damn, if you were a fucking millionaire, able to go to a strip club, let me tell you, it would be a lot of fun to have money at a strip club. So it'd be kind of hard, but that's the thing. It's a fucking pandemic, so you gotta. I mean, if his football team, Dexter, if his football team was doing great and stuff, then you know, I would say, guy, focus on something. Focus on your team, please. But yeah, I mean, if your team's fucked, then why not hit the strip club? Do they have a pandemic strip club? You sit 6 feet away from the fucking stripper. And it's funny at a strip club because they're just like all the strippers are just walking around, and they'll make you feel like, see, their job is to pry fucking money out of you. So you'll be there getting tricked, and they all be coming up to you like, hey, saying all this stuff, like thinking, and then you're just like, in your head, you know, like, hey, this bitch is just trying to get the fucking money out my fucking pocket. But at the same time, you're like, hey, she's being really nice. maybe we could go to go to lunch. But then you realize like, hey, I'm in a fucking dirty strip club. So I mean, it's not exactly the most positive place, but it's really interesting because if you go to a strip club and you're not drinking, first of all, that is what keeps a strip club fucking running. People drinking, and if you're not drinking, it's really weird to be there. Just like sipping a fucking water, having some fucking peanuts, watching a stripper, and you're like, hey, I got $4 and fucking I paid 20 to get in here. But I mean, it's fun. I would want to do it if I had enough, but especially after COVID's over. But that's the thing. There's different kinds of strip clubs. You can go to a nice one where there's like, uh, you feel the possibility of like, hey, these women will not be super fucking busted looking. They'll be nice. That's the most important thing. You don't want a fucking mean, ugly ass stripper. It's like, girl, what the fuck? Because I remember I remember. Okay, I've been to two different types, and this is the only time. So I went drunk and alone to one strip club that was in a bad part of Columbus when I lived there, and I walked in, and I was immediately like, okay, I do not want to be here. I walk in, it's fucking. It just looked not like we're the kind of place I would envision. So I immediately left, but yeah, that was in the fucking bad area, and I was thinking, parked out there, I'm like, man, this is. I thought this was supposed to be fun. Like, this just feels like a fucking nightmare. Like, all these fucking, like, the shitty area, shitty people around. I'm like, alright, this ain't what it's about. But then the second time I went with friends, I still wasn't drinking, but I actually had a good time. Uh, but yeah, I mean, those places are tricky. All they're trying to do is get every single dollar out of you you can. I walk in there thinking, all right, so you have to pay 20 to get in. I'm walking in there thinking, all right, I'm gonna spend. I got $5 cash that I will give, throw out, but I'm not trying to do any more than that. Well, no drinking, completely fucking sober. I walk out of there spending $80, and I'm like, how in the fuck did I do that? But I didn't have it too bad. One guy spent like 300, and it's like, you know, for 300, you could do a lot more services than what they offer at a fucking strip club. So it's kind of a waste of money. But yeah, I mean, not wearing a mask at a strip club during these times, it's like, fuck. Seems like a bad operation. But yeah, I mean, if you're the quarterback for a football team, maybe, don't put your entire team at risk because you want to go get some glitter ass in your face. You're putting the whole team at risk. Hey, why is our main team guys gone? Oh, well, they all got sick because Dwayne got a fucking ass shaking in his face talking about COVID. It's like, all right, well, is COVID transmitted by fucking ass? I mean, what are they supposed to do? Fucking gel up and fucking sanitizer? Like, you really can't go. And how in the fuck is a strip club even open during a pandemic? What the hell sense does that make? They're like, oh yeah, restaurants are closed, restaurants fuck off, everything else fuck off. But a strip club, the fact that it's even open in the first place is a big what the fuck. Because I mean, especially during these times, like I don't know, they're like, hey, it's just some girl trying to go to fucking college or something. Like, keep it open. I don't really know. That doesn't make any sense to me. They're like, hey kids, stay in fucking, don't go to school. But the strip club, they gotta strip. I mean, how the fuck do they even be open? Even during a regular time, it's about the dirtiest fucking place you can go to if you go to a bad one. If you go to a nice one, look for a gentleman title in it. If it says that, then you might be a little better off. But if it says like XXX nude girl, like that's when you know this is a scary, like not a place you should probably go to for anything. The nastiest thing in the world is a fucking bathroom at a bar or a strip club. Uh, a bar bathroom is about the most fucking disgusting thing ever. In certain places around here, oh my god. I won't say the place, but there's this one place. It's in well fuck it. It's called Steffens. And some people tried to get me to go there a couple times and I did go, but I was like, what the fuck? It's a sticky ass floor. I mean, the pool table. I did play a little pool there, but that's about the only thing to do. They have a jukebox. But yeah, it's just got that musky, fucking dirty. You know what? You know, in a movie theater when the fucking floor is like sticky, and you're like, yeah, same there. And I'm just sitting there wondering, like, all right, so the movie theater floor is sticky because of soda. The bar floor is sticky because of. I mean, they might as well. They should just get strippers at Steffens. That would be the only way if they got some like clean strippers at Steffens. But yeah, I mean, there's probably all kinds of laws with that. Everything's got a law. They're like, hey, you didn't know about this law, but here it is. So yeah, I mean, I think an NFL player going to a strip club is not really a good look in the first place. It's kind of an action of, I don't know. It kind of seems irresponsible, especially with things now, but just in general, it still seems kind of irresponsible to go to one. Uh, but yeah, I mean, that's the game. That's their game. And like, what is yeah, Kanye says like, I asked the Reverend, was a strip club cool? If my tips help send a pretty girl through school. That's the thing though. Like, they're also, let's say, Cardi was a fucking stripper, and I don't know, maybe she's a thought at fucking heart, but I think a lot of girls like that, I think they just get into it because, I mean, fuck. You would be surprised at how much money they probably pull in. Like, if they go to a right area, but it's just such a depressing thing to think about. Like for a girl to go through that, I don't know. They act like they like it, but you know deep down they don't like it. So that's what I find that to be the most depressing thing about it. Is like you're sitting there thinking like, oh, this girl is like having a good time, like, but in reality, you're guy number 4,000 that she's doing the same thing, and it's like, all right. But that's their game. I mean, you're trying to help them get through fucking school or whatever they're trying to do, and they're trying to help you, fucking relax. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think it's irresponsible to be a QB in the fucking NFL during a pandemic and go there. So get your act together. I get it. Your team's not really gonna be doing much this year, but maybe don't try to fuck up the next season. That's the thing. The Jets, you think the Jets finally win, and people are like, what the fuck? Just fucking lose out, get the number one pick. And I mean, it's hard to deny, but that's not the NFL way. You don't just be like, all right, well, let's fucking purposely lose. You go out and try every game, even if it's for the worst. They really would just rather get the draft pick, probably. Hey, you know who's gonna be the a fucking bust? that seemed cool at first. This guy, Gardner Minshew, they're about to Gardner Minshew his ass out of the fucking league because they're already saying Jaguars are looking for a quarterback. And yeah, I mean, I think it's so funny. I'm so glad Baker didn't turn out that way. He's like proving himself, but maybe this guy just needs more time. It is hard to just opt into it, but yeah, I would say his career is probably gonna be short. And I mean, one win with the Jaguars, and it's like, what the fuck? But that's the thing. That's what I like about the NFL is things are always twisting and changing up a lot real quick. Because the Dolphins, people were like screaming, like, "Get me out of the fucking Dolphins!" And here we are, and they're not doing too bad this year. And yeah, finally the Patriots' fucking reign of terror. Well, it was fun to see. We got to see possibly. We got to live through probably the best. Uh, what do you call it? Franchise ever, like in history. It's hard to deny. So it is cool to see that dynasty. That's what it would be. A true dynasty. But yeah, that has finally ended, and the Patriots are just your average fucking Joe team now. And I'm glad to see it switch up a little bit. And I think it's undeniable. It's probably 90%. I'd say there's a 90% chance that the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. I mean, I've seen, they show a lot of their games on network, and I'm just like, wow, these guys almost seem unstoppable. So, and yeah, another switch up. The Niners fucking suck this year. I think it has a lot to do with COVID stuff. But yeah. Okay, so this is kind of sad. So John Mulaney has checked into rehab for coke and alcohol abuse. Now, this is a pretty typical thing for comedians. You never would have expected it, John Mulaney. But I mean, I think he is a top stand-up, first of all. Uh, him and Pete Holmes are very close friends, but I think it's one of those things where John Mulaney shot up to the top and kind of forgot about Pete Holmes, and while I'm thinking of that, yeah, I think the Pete Holmes show on TBS, that was a very short-lived talk show, but I think it should have been given more time. That was like that was supposed to be after or lead in after Conan to his show, Pete Holmes' show, and it was actually different. It was lighthearted. It was not news oriented. It was more joke oriented. He actually had comedians on. That's a big thing I dislike about Fallon is he often forgets about comedians having comedians on there. He's so it's like, oh, we got fucking Anne Hathaway and all these like big actors. It's like, all right, that's great and all, but what about the comedians? That does bother me. I will say that. He doesn't ever really have any on there. I'm just like, well, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, I think that's annoying. I would rather see a B-list fucking celebrity comedian versus a fucking A-list. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I think they're nice. They do nice things. They seem like nice people sometimes. I don't mind some of them, but I would definitely rather see comedians on because that's the best interview. When you interview these celeb Hollywood people, they're all fucking pretentious and shit, and it's like, all right. I mean, sometimes it's entertaining, but I would really like to see him do that more, and that's the thing I like most about Pete, and yeah, I mean, it's hard to say a top three, but I always say undisputed Conan, undisputed like yeah, number one always will be top tier Conan. I would say It's very hard to do. Pete Holmes will always be second. Uh, Silverman third. Burr four. I don't know. It's hard to pick like that. But I would say yeah, definitely Conan, Pete, Silverman, Burr. Those are solidified. But yeah, I mean John Mulaney. He hosted SNL recently. He had a failed sitcom. He had a failed sitcom come on Fox, I think it was, and called Mulaney, and it's like one of those retrospective things where it got canceled quick, and then he realized like, hey, this is a complete Seinfeld ripoff, and he said that because he agrees, and it kind of was, but I don't know. I think he's very talented, stand-up wise. I would love to see. I would love to see that old school mentality of like stand-up with making it and then getting uh, a sitcom. That's how it kind of used to be. And now it's like, all right, you blow up, you get a Netflix deal. But that's kind of gotten worn to the fucking bone too. I mean, there's fucking 6,000 Netflix comedy specials. It's just like, damn, how do you even pick? But once you get on there, you are set. Like people will find it somehow. But yeah, I mean, that's a big thing I think TV needs right now is a breakout star like that come save TV, have a sitcom, and on national TV. And is it even possible? Could there be a show that could be on preferably NBC, but TV like that and still be good, successful at a time like this? Because people are still watching television. Sunday Night Football, they still get like 20 million. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, there's still room for it. There's still people watching. I just think that, yeah, I mean, a lot of people would just be like, all right, well, I can sit here and wait for something good or like search around or that's the thing I can never fucking pick anything on Netflix because there's too many fucking options. Like you just get so overwhelmed and then there's like seven different things you're supposed to be like checking out and I'm like, all right, well, how do I catch up? That's what I'm thinking. Probably when I'm able to, I'll probably go for HBO Max. Especially with Conan going to HBO Max. I'd say that'd be most likely. And I've heard about a bunch of different projects that I'd probably want to check out because there's a lot of things past, present, and future that I would want to see on there. Because yeah, I've always missed out on the HBO stuff. Here's a secret though. You can go to the library and rent HBO stuff. That's how I've seen some shows, but you rent a season here and there, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hope the best for him. Uh, I'm thinking of substance problem comedians. T.J. Miller, that guy seems to be off the. That was another friend of Pete. That's the thing. Kumail, that guy blew up too, and then it seems like. See, Pete had a HBO show, Crashing, and he kind of blew up, but I'd say not as much as they did. I don't know why Pete has never been asked to do anything with SNL. I don't think that's. I think he'd be doing good with that, but because he does do like impressions and stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as like Crashing versus the Pete Holmes show, I did like the talk show more. Uh, I think Crashing is like fun. I think Crashing is fun as far as like the story, the yeah, the story to it. But I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna say it's the funniest thing. I don't think it's fucking hilarious. It's funny, but it's really just like one of those well written shows. And And yeah, I like all the guest appearances. There's a Bill Burr episode, there's a Sarah Silverman episode, there's a John Mulaney episode, actually. And yeah, Artie Lang, shout out to Artie Lang. The last I heard, he was doing good. He started a podcast. Who knows? I don't know if he's still doing it. That seems to be his problem with consistency. But yeah, I'm glad to see he was able to do work on that show. And yeah, I've seen all 3 seasons of those by renting them at the library. But yeah, I mean, I think uh, I think that show, if certain shows like on HBO are gonna get renewed, then I don't see how the fuck the people or Crashing. I don't see how that didn't deserve to get renewed. Because I feel like if it's, I don't know, it does make me excited to see what opportunity he takes next. Because yeah, I mean, see, Pete's definitely the kind to not. I don't know. He just kind of operates out of the box, which I think is cool. More independently, does his own thing, does what he wants, and he's not out here scrounging for a Netflix deal. He's just kind of living and doing what he wants. So yeah, I would say I know eventually he'll probably blow up the way Mulaney and Kumail did, and he deserves it. Cause yeah, he's definitely been somebody that has helped me through a lot in life, and yeah, I mean, I just can't wait to see what his next thing is. I can't wait to see what Conan does next. I can't wait to see more Conan Without Borders episodes. I want him to just go fucking everywhere. Uh, and yeah, I mean, shout out to that. But yeah, I mean, shout out to substance abuse being a common theme amongst those kind of guys, and you know, it's a stressful kind of life, I guess. But yeah, I mean, HBO Max would probably be the most one, and I could see, uh, yeah, a lot of new movies going to that too. But yeah, I was looking at the next, I was looking at details on GTA 6, and everybody's saying it's gonna take place in Vice City. I honestly think that'd be pretty cool, but they say like it's gonna be like a revamped Rio de Janeiro type thing. I think it seems pretty cool. They're saying like GTA 5 was the only GTA 5 is so successful that it's about to be on the next generation console. That's three different consoles. Because I mean, it's such an impressive game. I mean, holy fuck. I mean, I've only that's the thing. There's still so much to learn about that game. There's so many different story options. I've only played it one way. You can end it different fucking ways, and that's what's exciting. That's what I love about GTA in the first place. Is there's just so much to explore. It's like the game is never really done. There's always so much, and even if you don't want to do anything, you can just fucking mess around, have fun, explore. But yeah, I mean, apparently they're talking about like the next one having like recessions and property values and stuff like that, and it seems kind of odd maybe, but I think it's cool once you actually see it probably, and it's something to learn. Like different cars will be worth different things and different times, and I guess it's gonna chronicle like many years, so you might be like flash forward or something like that. I hope they do a thing like remember on San Andreas where you get to go to Liberty City, you fly off and you keep flying and then it just shows up. I think that's cool, little things like that. I would always try to when that mission's over with, I would try to like keep flying that way and see if I see it again, but it's not there. It's only for the mission. But yeah, they're talking about a GTA 6, Rio de Janeiro, Vice City vibe. I wonder. See, this three character thing that was something totally interesting. Cause I mean, fuck, you can just be. Cause yeah, I mean, you can be three different. You can see the world through three different people. See the story, play it three different ways, and some stuff is just how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I see something where they're talking like that. Okay, so it's been 7 years since GTA 5 came out, which is hard to believe. But they're saying that GTA 6 has been in development since 2012. So that hints at it's going to be a massive, massive release. They went to release Red Dead Redemption 2. They wanted to get that out the way and then fully focus on GTA 6. So fuck, I mean, that would be the only incentive I would have to want a next generation console. I gotta play that, but that's really it. I'm not. I enjoy a video game, but I'm not really much of a gamer. There's certain games that I like and I play, but I'm very, very, very picky. I like because my attention span, like even a game I like, maybe 45 minutes and I'm fucking bored. But yeah, I mean, there's very few games I like. But yeah, I mean, the ones I do like, GTA would definitely be one. I was thinking a series I miss was True Crime. They had LA True Crime and New York True Crime. I missed the New York True Crime. I tried to find it uh, on the PlayStation Network, but I guess you can't download it on there. If fucking Family Video was still around, I may be able to go in there, but the pandemic killed them too. I always think it's funny. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna sell CBD oil." They tried to save the business that way. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, but it didn't work. And a fucking video store in 2020 is a nice idea, but an impossible one. But that's the thing. I think people still kind of like that video stores, but it's all about the area. It has to about to be it's about the area. Can people walk there? Can people get there? Because you got all this new stuff like fucking, well, not new really now, but Redbox. Redbox, let me tell you, maybe new releases, but fucking Redbox sucks. Nothing's ever there. You go pick, and it's like, oh, the first 10 movies that anybody would want to see, they're already fucking gone. Oh, here's a fucking release from 2 years ago. But I guess it's like a first come, first serve kind of thing. You can, I guess, look on the map thing and find one that has what you're looking for. I tried to rent. Shout out to this probably being the first year in a long time. I try to make it a thing every year. I haven't seen Elf. I probably won't see it this year. I tried to rent it on the library, but it says, "Hey, guy, there's 34 other people waiting." I'm like, "All right, well, can they watch it? Can they watch it for before Christmas?" And there's one fucking family that's gonna keep it too long, and they don't realize, like, hey, we gotta share it around. Let's have a fucking. How about we build a fucking drive-in movie thing, pump it up on the screen here in town or something, and let everybody see it. But I mean, it's not really their fault. Sure, you could probably find that, but yeah, I mean, that's something I want to open the fucking library because I was opting around with like CDs and CDs and DVDs and season DVDs, and I slowly opted into books a little bit, but the ops ain't the most proficient fucking reader. I feel like I learn information more especially if I'm interested in. That's the number one thing. If I'm not interested in a subject, I will not learn a fucking thing. I mean, that's the prime number one thing. And that's what's fun about it. You can pretty much look for anything. But yeah. So shout out to the library. Shout out to, I hope that more original movies can be made. But I guess we're just in a weird time with everything right now, especially. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait till things get somewhat normal again. Hey, Avalon. This is basically my application. I want to fucking work there. It's a new theater going up in Marysville. I want to work there, and I just hope they build it quick enough. And yeah, that would be a cool place. Cause it's been fucking forever since we even had a theater. It's crazy to think about. But yeah, I mean, I'm just glad we're getting some kind of cool uptown funk kind of theater instead of AMC. Because at first I was thinking like, hey, turn the Kroger store, the old Kroger, into a movie theater. Well, fuck, it's just sitting there for fucking years, nothing being done to it. There's an old bank sitting there. It used to be called, I think that was the bank. Well, the bank went out of the business. So yeah, I mean, I was hoping they would do that, but yeah, Avalon. It's kind of small still, but yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. So I can't wait to see that. And yeah, this is my fucking application. Hey, let me apply. I'll do whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, shout out to hoping everybody can heal. Shout out to police hoping they opt out on shooting people. Props to John Mulaney, hoping he's all right. And yeah, I mean, he's that secret cell. You wouldn't expect that from him. But yeah, I mean, hey, people cope with things in different ways, and everybody needs somebody. So, and I think he's definitely probably under a lot of stress. I mean, he's been creating stuff. I know he did a couple things with Nick Kroll, and they didn't really go that well. They do this thing where they used to go on Conan together in like character, and I always thought that was funny. It's funny because an interview can be funny or not funny based off, even if the person's funny. The interview can be not funny if it's not with the right person. Like Conan, when he interviews, like his interviews with Bill Burr and countless Sarah Silverman, when he interviews her, he interviewed Marshawn Lynch. Always just a great interview, and I wish. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wish Fallon would do more of that, having comedians on, because I don't know. It seems like he's like opting out on his own people, because he'll only have like SNL people and actresses and actors. It's like, yeah, you can pull the A-list names, but can you make us fucking laugh? Because for me, the opening and then their bit after, that's the best part of the show. And then it kind of is like on the teeter after, like, okay, who's on? What are they gonna do? And I can't wait till they can have guests in studio again. Cause shout out to uh, shout out to Hollywood celebrities doing Skype interviews with shitty fucking webcams. Like, guys, you're fucking millionaires. Can you maybe do a little bit more time on the setup? Cause fuck, I got about 30 cents in my fucking pocket, and I think my stream looks better. Cause I mean, yeah, I mean, it don't always take money, it takes care too. You see some fucking millionaire coming in with a fucking pixelated screen with the fucking uh, shitty connection, and you're like, guy, aren't you a fucking millionaire? Were you not prepared? They have enough money to be on full fucking HD TV quality and do it. Like, where's that happening? But yeah, I mean, overall, I just think it's kind of like, I can't wait till that's over with. Because they're all safe with it. They're like, all right, this guy can come up because he's already tested in the building and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, all right, well, can't wait till that's over with. Because it limits the guest, it limits what SNL can even do, it limits what Fallon can do, it limits what everybody can do. Shout out to fucking Tom Cruise for fucking yelling at people. I get where he's coming from, but it's hard not to look at him like, guy. Well, yeah, I mean, he set motherfuckers straight. He's like, look, we're all able to work. We got a job. They're gonna shut us down, and that's why he was so mad. Also, probably mad because he's getting paid like 25 fucking million, and he's like, hey, I want to make it. Can you take your fucking check and not fuck up this? But I mean, it's hard to deny Tom Cruise. I mean, fuck. He does his own stunts. He's been in a lot of good movies, so it's hard not to be like, all right, you can, you're allowed to maybe get mad, maybe a little bit. And fuck, I mean, if I was doing something on a set and fucking Tom Cruise was yelling at me, not only would I be like, what the, holy fuck, I can't believe I'm here, but I'd be like, damn, I should probably listen to Tom Cruise. But yeah, I mean, yelling like that on a set, it goes back to the like Christian Bale thing. And I remember Cuddy put that in one of his mixtape songs. I forget what it was, but yeah, he put the clip inside of it. I'm like, hey, that's pretty funny. But yeah, shout out to Christmas coming up. Shout out to a new year. Shout out to a new setup. Uh, and yeah, I mean, we're just opting in. Let's opt into kicking ass. Let's opt into taking names, fucking up this town in a good way. And let's opt into police not killing people. Let's opt into Dwayne Haskins being able to go to a strip club when things open back up and stuff. And yeah, shout out to GTA 6. I hope that fucking comes soon. Major props to GTA 5. Probably, even from a nostalgic view, San Andreas would probably be my personal, but it's pretty hard to deny GTA 5 is like probably the greatest game or most impressive game that I've ever gotten to play or see. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what they do next. Shout out to fucking Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Can't wait to opt into the new year with that. I'm gonna try that out. And yeah, we're gonna opt into setting up and yeah, I mean, I just want to come out the fucking gate 2021, fucking zone it. And yeah, I mean, February and January suck ass, but hey, we'll get past it. And then, hey, it's full on steam to the fucking new year. We're gonna be like the Titanic, throwing fucking coals and the thing, and hopefully we don't fucking drown. So shout out. This is Late Night Ops TV, Late Night Ops Pod, Late Night Ops Media. This is the Late Night Ops, Aaron Jacobson, reporting to you from on top of the fucking world. And we're just gonna keep fucking flying up. So everybody opt into their opportunities, opt into the fucking light. Cause shout out to fucking lighting for being very fucking important in a lot of ways. So shout out, take care, Merry Christmas, every day until I can stop saying it. because I'm gonna absorb the Christmas spirit, absorb it inside you. This is the Late Night Ops. Take care.